Hey Louie, Louie, should we make some chicken spaghetti today? Ooh, you think that's good? Should we ask Simon? Let's ask Simon. Hey Simon, should we have chicken spaghetti today? What do you think? Yeah? Okay, let's make some chicken spaghetti. Today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas, we're going to make some delicious chicken spaghetti, so stay tuned. Okay, so welcome back. Thank you for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas today. We're going to talk about the ingredients we're going to need to make our delicious chicken spaghetti. All right, first of all, you're going to need some thin spaghetti. This is the Barilla brand. I'm actually going to be making two types here because Yvonne wants me to use the chickpea spaghetti, gluten-free. So I'm going to be making his on the healthy side, and I'm going to be making mine on the fattening side. So anyway, with his, I'll be using the gluten-free chickpea spaghetti. You're also going to need one package of Philadelphia cream cheese. For him, I'm going to be using the one that has less fat in it. We're also going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. You're going to need a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. We're going to be using 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. 1 cup of mild cheddar. I'm just using it out of the bag. Also 1 cup of mozzarella or mozzarella cheese. That's also out of the bag. But I'm also going to be using approximately a cup of the extra sharp cheddar cheese that I'm going to have to shred myself. And that takes care of the cheeses. And you're also going to need 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we're going to actually slice in half and then cut up into little bite-sized cubes. So definitely get 2 chicken breasts. You're also going to need a 4-ounce little can of diced chilies, green chilies, and then 4 Roma tomatoes. You can use a yellow onion, but I'm going to be using a white onion, 1 whole. Got to chop it up real small. You're going to be using approximately 1 bulb, which is going to be a lot of garlic toes, but we're going to be mincing those. I love a lot of garlic in my chicken spaghetti. We talked about the Philadelphia cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of butter already. Also, we're going to need some flour too, 1 cup of milk, and 2 cups of chicken broth. And we're also going to use a little bit of parsley just for garnishing, and salt and pepper. And I believe that is it. So let's get cooking. Okay, so welcome back. So we're going to start chopping up our tomatoes now. It's always important that you wash all your fruits and vegetables really well before you start preparing. But basically, I'm just going to be chopping these up into little chunks, and probably like in fourths. Really easy, nothing hard. And remember, we're using 4 Roma tomatoes. I always take off the ends too, by the way. And that's it. So I'm going to continue chopping up my tomatoes. And I have my pasta cooking behind me. I just follow the directions on the box, real easy. And we'll finish these tomatoes up. All right, so I'm getting my chicken right now. And we want to slice our chicken in half. These are pretty thick, so you definitely want to cut these in half. And I like laying my hand right on top and getting a really sharp knife and then just slicing through, just like that. All right, so let me do it to this one too. Perfect. And we're gonna season this with some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and some Italian seasoning, all right? And salt and pepper if I didn't say that already. And I think that's good. All right, let's start seasoning him. All right, so it really doesn't matter what you use first, but I'm just gonna be using the garlic powder first. And notice I'm leaving them whole. I did not cut them up yet. They will be cut up into little bite-sized cubes. Okay, so I'm generously applying the onion powder and the garlic powder. You crying, Simon? You smell the food? You hungry? You're the one. You and Louie decided I should make this today. So now we're doing salt and pepper on both sides. And then freshly cracked black pepper. All right, looks good. And now I'm just going to lay these on top of each other. And we're just going to cut these into pretty much like bite-sized cubes. And once again, it's so important that you, see this is a good size. Hopefully you can see that. It's so important that you have a really sharp knife when you're doing this. Okay, always be careful though, but you want definitely a sharp knife. So while you're doing this, make sure that you are heating up your water for your pasta. Start cooking your pasta. This way you can easily get that out of the way. Chicken spaghetti. Chicken spaghetti, y'all. It's chicken spaghetti. Okay, so welcome back. So I have a Dutch oven here. I'm heating up the base. I am going to use some extra virgin olive oil to cook my chicken in. And basically I want to just fill or cover the bottom of the Dutch oven just to make sure that there's enough oil in there. And then I have my chicken here that I have cut up, and they're pretty much into bite size. They will shrink a little bit in size. And so we're gonna add that. As soon as that is warmed up, we're gonna cook our chicken approximately 5-6 minutes on both sides all the way around, making sure that it's nicely cooked. I have chopped up my onion over here. I chopped up my tomatoes, that's been done. So now we're going to start getting that chicken done, and then we're gonna make our sauce. And plus, the pasta's almost done too. All right. Okay, so we're gonna start adding our chicken. And remember, these are just little bite-sized cubes. That oil is nice. Can you hear that sizzle? You do want to have this on a medium flame. All right, so I got my chicken in there. And don't think I didn't forget about my Italian seasoning. I'm gonna be adding that to this. Remember, you wanna cook your chicken for around 5-6 minutes on both sides. And I'm gonna put it in my hand, and I'm just gonna start sprinkling that Italian seasoning all in there. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so let's take a look at the chicken really quick. And you can see it's cooking up nicely, and that olive oil smells great with that Italian seasoning going on. Yum. So we're gonna cook this for probably another 5 minutes or so. We wanna make sure that our chicken is nicely cooked. And then we're gonna take it out and start adding our butter. Okay, so let's take a look. So our chicken is done. Remember to cook it around 5-6 minutes on both sides. And I usually cook it for another 1 or 2 just to make sure, especially when they're in cubes like this. So now you're going to, let's get a slotted spoon and just kind of place it on the plate here. And we're gonna leave all those chicken drippings in there. Very important. Smells so good. All right, now we're gonna get our 4 tablespoons our 4 tablespoons of butter. Oh, and by the way, with that cream cheese, make sure you leave your cream cheese out. It's going to be a lot easier to turn into a sauce if it's room temperature instead of it being cold. So make sure that you leave your cream cheese out. Same thing with the butter's okay, you know, it'll eventually melt, but you definitely want that cream cheese for later to be at room temperature. All right, so I notice I'm just placing the butter in the oil with the drippings, letting that melt, lowering my flame a bit. Should be on a low to medium flame right now. And for your chicken, make sure the flame should be on a medium to high at first. You might have to adjust the flame every so often. All right, so my butter is already melted. Look at that. Yum. And then I'm going to get my onions that have been chopped up. And we're going to cook these for around 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes for my onions, and then we're going to add the garlic. I'm going to put my garlic toes in a garlic press, and we're going to cook that garlic in there for another 2 minutes. All right, so far really easy. So this is going to cook at a low to medium flame for around 4 minutes. Okay, so that looks good. Can you see those onions? Yum. Now we're going to be adding our garlic toes. And I'm putting them in my garlic press. Now, how many garlic toes? Well, remember it was 1 bulb, and this yielded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 garlic toes. But, you know, they all range. You know, you might have a little bit more, a little bit less. So, I just say 1 bulb of garlic. Depends on how much garlic you like. I like a lot of garlic in mine. So we have our garlic in there. I'm gonna stir that up. We're gonna let that cook for about a minute or 2. And then we're gonna start adding our flour. We're gonna be needing 4 tablespoons approximately of flour. Yum. All right, so we're ready for the flour, and I'm gonna be using a whisk. I'm gonna be adding a little flour at a time. And with that onion. And we're probably going to cook this for about 2 more minutes. Okay, so that looks good. Now we're going to add our chicken broth, and remember we're going to need 2 cups of chicken broth. 1 2. Now stir that. Using a whisk, make sure you get those drippings on the side. Now we're going to add our cup of milk. I'm going to stir that again with my whisk. Okay, so now we're gonna add all that yummy stuff like the cream cheese and the cheese. So let's take a look. Okay, so you can see my sauce, it's nice, it's getting nice and thick. And so we're gonna reduce the heat. Remember, when you're heating your sauce, it should be on a low to medium high. Now we're putting it on just a low. And I'm gonna be adding my cream cheese. I like to add just a little bit at a time. Break it up some. Make sure your heat is on low. All right, so that's the cream cheese. And now we're going to add the sharp cheddar cheese. Remember, that was approximately a cup of the sharp cheddar cheese. If you want to add less cream cheese, you can. Here's your sharp cheddar. This is approximately a cup of the mozzarella or mozzarella cheese. Yes, I know Simon. Simon's barking. He smells the food. Yummy. Gotta make sure this is nicely melted. And we're gonna be using the mild cheddar as a topping. That's going to be done as a topping to give it that nice color. You could also put it under the broiler, by the way. Another thing too is we have our oven heated up to 400 degrees. This will cook for around 15 minutes. And if you wanted to use the broiler, you can put it up to like 475 just to get that color. All right. Now we're going to add our tomatoes. And our chilies with the sauce. Don't drain it. Give that a nice stir. Yum, smells so good. Look how thick that sauce is. Ugh. Okay, so we're just gonna add a little dash, just a little bit, give a little spice, that red pepper flakes, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of black pepper. Give that a nice stir. And then we're ready to add it to our casserole dishes. We're gonna add the spaghetti in there. It's gonna be very yummy. Okay, so now I'm getting my chicken, and I'm adding my chicken to the sauce, along with some extra drippings. Drippings are very important. And I'm gonna give that a nice little toss. And then we're gonna start adding it to our pasta dishes. Now remember, I made the chickpea pasta for Yvonne, and the regular one is for me. So we're going to spoon it. Now, if you're just making one pasta, what I would do is add the pasta to the sauce and then put it in the casserole dish. But since I'm doing two pastas, I'm separating it here. So I'm gonna add this here and then give it a quick mix. Also make sure that you spray the pan, the casserole dish with some Pam. All right, super important. I'm gonna get my thing and I'm just gonna dump the rest into this one. Ugh. Yum. A little bit more here, and a little bit more there. All right. Get every last bit out. Don't want to waste any. Yum. All right, that delicious sauce. It's so good, guys. You should taste it. I'm just gonna just toss this a little bit, just like that. Very nice, excellent. Let me toss this one. Yummy. That sauce looks so good. It's chicken spaghetti, y'all. Chicken spaghetti. Yum, yum, yum. Ugh, looks so good. All right, now, I think I have a little bit more sauce in here. I'll put it just right in here for Yvonne. And then we got the mild cheddar cheese as a topping. Just sprinkle that on the top. Easy peasy, nothing hard. Okay, that's good, and we'll sprinkle the parsley probably come at the end, but I'm just gonna throw it in now. A little bit. It should come at the end though. All right, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put it in the oven, bake it at 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and then if you want, you can also put it under the broiler for a little bit and to give it that nice color, but I'm just gonna cook it for 15 minutes because I'm starving. All right, let's get cooking. There it is, chicken spaghetti, looking so yummy right out of the oven. And I put it under the broiler for just a couple of minutes, just to give it that nice color. And this is Yvonne's, and then this one is mine. So his is made with the chickpea pasta, and mine's made with the regular thin spaghetti noodles. All right, now it's time for a taste test. Okay, so now let's plate it. I'm gonna take a nice little serving here. Actually, you probably need, let's just do that. Let's just kind of add it like that. Get that cheese part. Oh, yum, it looks so good. The tomatoes. Oh, so yummy. That chicken. Wow. Look at that. that looks like a delicious dish. I'm gonna get some parsley, sprinkle it on top, just like that. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so now a taste test. I cannot wait. It looks so yummy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Oh, this is so good. This is so good, people. You have to try this recipe. It is super yummy. Mm. That's really good chicken spaghetti. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and give this video a like. We would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.